Hey there, are you missing out on simple ChatGPT gems that could improve your marketing output? I'll show you 3 underused ChatGPT power-ups to get smarter, faster, and better results no matter the task. Even if you dislike technology and you've really resisted using ChatGPT, I think you'll find this video pretty interesting. You don't have to be a prompt engineer or learn code. You don't even have to be a millennial or a Gen Y generation. You can do this. So let's start with the first underused ChatGPT power-up, custom instructions. Do you want your ChatGPT to sound conversational or ultra-professional? Or maybe you need it to always provide step-by-step instructions. Think of custom instructions as your way to tell ChatGPT exactly how to respond. This feature lets you set the tone and style for all your prompts. Let me show you how to set this up. Here in ChatGPT, all you have to do is click the right icon where you see your image. And when you click it, go over to Settings. And here under Settings, you'll see the personalization. And when you click Personalization, which is the second option under General, you will see Custom Instructions. And as you can see here, it's toggled on. Now, when you toggle it on, it will show you some prompts or ideas to put in here. But here's what I suggest. Before you put information in here, go into ChatGPT and start a thread. Upload your bio, your information about your business, as much information so that ChatGPT can create a summary of who you are. This information is universal. It will go across all of your prompts, so you want to make sure it's not specific to one task. And once you have it very clear about who you are, so ChatGPT understands you, then you can copy and paste it here. So in this section, you want to tell ChatGPT how it's supposed to deliver the content it gives you, the output. So one of the best ways is to take some of your own content, whether it's blog posts or a transcript of a podcast, and have it analyze your writing and your style. And that way you can have it do this on a separate thread, summarize it, make it really succinct and short, tell it what you're trying to do, that you're trying to create this for this section. And then look it over and make sure it has all the pieces in there that you would want every single output to have. Do you want it sequential, step by step? Do you want it simple, short sentences, a combination of maybe long and short sentences? Whatever it is that would really evoke your personality, your authenticity, that's what you want to put in here. And that way it really limits the amount of edits that you're going to be doing because you're already giving it this universal instruction for the output it provides. Once you have that, all you have to do is click Save and you're done. The next underused ChatGPT power-up are presets. So presets help you save time. If you go through the trouble of creating a prompt just so, and you have the output that's fantastic and you love it, you want to save that prompt. So these presets are templates. So where do they live? Maybe in the future, there'll be a place where ChatGPT will allow us to save all our presets. For now, we have to save it like in a Google Doc. So I have a Google folder with Google documents in it for different presets, depending on what I'm working on. It could be for podcast show notes. It could be for a blog post. It could be for social media posts. So I have different ones. Let me show you how it works so it makes a little bit more sense. So here you see a simple question. Help me write a preset for an article. What would I include? One of the things I love about ChatGPT, it doesn't care about grammar or how you formulate things, or even if you misspell things, it will work. And when you're in that zone of just cranking out the ideas or the things that you want to put into a piece of content, you don't even have to think about the order. You just put it in there and the output will put it in the order that you want. So here ChatGPT responded and said, here's a comprehensive preset for writing an article that aligns with your expertise and goals. So it already knows about me. And it says this preset ensures clarity, structure, and audience engagement while keeping your writing concise and actionable. And it gave me all of this. This was a lot. I mean, it's all good, but I wanted something a little less than this. This was a little bit too much. So then it asked me, would you like to customize this preset further for your specific audience or article topics? Heck yeah. So what I said was turn this into a preset template or prompt I can use. For example, you are an article writer and I want you to write a 500-word article for solopreneurs. Now I'm being specific so that it'll create a preset that's more specific than that generic one that it gave me. So then I said, I want to offer them a free resource at the end of the article to create reciprocity. Provide 5 ideas around the topic I give you and use any resource I provide for context. Because each time I'm going to write an article, I'm going to give it some context. I'm going to give it probably a PDF off of a podcast episode that I did. And so I wanted to know that I'm going to give it more information. Please stay true to my writing style. I've already given it my writing style, my voice and tone. And eliminate jargon words like, oh, I hate these, but ChatGPT does this unless you give it some rules. And I told it to not use words like unpack, unleash, boost, in a world, it does that a lot, next level, and so on that are overused. Write the ideas with simple outline before writing the article because I want to see the outline first. I want to see if it's something I want to use. So once I did this, let me show you what it produced and you'll see the difference from what it produced before. Here's what I had before. Now let me show you the final product. This is much better. So now it specifically says the role, you're an expert article writer specializing in creating engaging, actionable, and jargon-free content for solopreneurs. It continues on and explains the audience. It gives the instruction that I wanted a 500-word article. It talks about a lot of the words that I don't want it to use, the call to action. The structure is there. So it has the title, the hook, the main body, conclusion, call to action, and the deliverables, a simple outline before starting the article, the final article in a skimmable format using bullet points, number lists. I love it. That's all the stuff I love. And bold text where appropriate. So this is much better than what I had before. And now I can use this. So this is what we call a preset. So I would save this in a Google Doc. And every time I go to write an article, I would go ahead and put this in, and then it will produce those outlines with those suggestions. And I'll grab one of those suggestions and I can build it out. Isn't that easy? So now we're going to go to the third and last ChatGPT power up, and that's custom GPTs. Now, imagine having a GPT that knows about your branding, your copywriting, your strategy so well that it can create lead magnets, or it can create email sequences, or it can create tripwires, or even audit your website. All of these things can be done individually with a separate custom GPT so that you can create it and use it over and over again. So in the case of maybe writing emails, if you had a custom GPT that wrote emails, you're going to use this a lot. So this would be ideal because you would go to that custom GPT. It has all your information on the back end, and all you do is give it the variables. That's all you have to do with these. And even in cases of quizzes, I created a custom GPT where people can go in, use the custom GPT, and walk away with a complete layout for a quiz. But that's the power of ChatGPT. Let me show you on the back end. But first, let's summarize what we've learned so far. So let's start with custom instructions. This is global. This will affect every single prompt that you create in ChatGPT. So be careful what you put in the custom instructions. Remember, that was over in the settings. Now, the next column is presets. Now, presets is task-specific templates. These are templates that right now we don't have a place to save it in ChatGPT, but I bet that's going to change in the future. But right now we can save it in a Google folder and have different documents with different presets depending on what you need. Next is custom GPTs, entirely customized AI behavior. These custom GPTs are very much niche or industry-specific tools, and it focuses on one task, one role. It requires a little technical experience, so a lot of people don't create custom GPTs. You use custom GPTs for advanced tailored AI solutions in niche areas. Even this diagram was created with ChatGPT. Here's what I did. Give a description of ChatGPT's custom instructions, preset, and custom GPTs. And then it gave me this chart. Then I gave it another prompt and I asked it to help me convert that into a Google Sheet. So it gave me a step-by-step process to open Google Sheet, create a new blank spreadsheet, copy the table below into the Google Sheet in the cell A1 and paste. And it gave me the actual code that I would need to create the template. And that's what created this template. And I just added some color to it and enlarged the columns and the rows, and it was done. So let me give you an example of what a custom GPT would do. This one is a website audit custom GPT that I give my clients, and you can get access to this free. I'll tell you in just a second how you can do it. So with this, what you want to do is go to your website, and then what you want to do is be able to use some type of screenshot of it for the whole thing. So I use Go Full Page, that is a Chrome extension, and when I click that, it will take a screenshot of the entire website, and I could go ahead and download it as an image. And once you download the image, you save that to your computer. Then when you go back to ChatGPT, what you do is you upload that image. So you click the paperclip and you go over to upload from your computer. You upload the image that Go Full Page extension gave you. And once you do that, you can go ahead and say, please review this website homepage. So once I do this, you can see that the custom GPT is saying that it wants confirmation from me before proceeding. And it's asking me if I'm a coach. If I am a coach, it's going to be more specific as far as the feedback it gives me for the web page. This was intentional. I added this specifically to this custom GPT. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to say, I am a coach. And it's going to analyze this because it's different. A coach is a little bit more of a personal service as opposed to someone that's selling a tool or maybe a course that's a do-it-yourself course at your own pace. A coach is more personal. So we want the copy to be a little different on the website. So when I hit return, it begins to analyze the web page based on the criteria that I've given it and also based on the fact that I am a coach. So now you can see it is rating each section of that website. Now anything 7 and above is pretty good, but I usually check if there's anything with a 7, I kind of check it to see if I need to improve some of the copy on the web page. So let it finish doing what it's doing here and we'll go through it. So as you can see here, it gave me for the rating, the header section, a 9 out of 10. It gave me an 8 out of 10. So a lot of these ratings are pretty good. Now, keep in mind, I have revised my website over and over again. So a lot of this is the work that I did last summer. So this is 8 out of 10. Here's a 7 out of 10. So here's where it's questioning the testimonials. I have a lot of testimonials, but it's in a carousel. So when it took the screenshot, it only took one. It might want to have a few more, and it says use a slider or grid layout to showcase multiple testimonials. So that's exactly what I thought. So depending on what it says, just use your logic. And this one, the 3 foundational pillars, was 8 out of 10. This was 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, and it rated it. Now, if you saw something that was rated really low, like a 4 or 5, you can take the recommendations and you can say, please make this a 9 out of 10. And make sure you give it again all the criteria it needs. So if you needed to give it more information about your business, about your product, about your audience, you would give it that. But tell it, now that it knows the scale 1 to 10, say, write this so the output is a 9 out of 10. And that way you're going to get some suggestions that are already going to be aligned with the criteria that you need for a really impactful website. And that's how custom GPTs work. But here's the good news. You don't need to figure it out. I've created a ton of custom GPTs, and I want to share a few of them with you for free and help you create stellar prompts at my upcoming free 5-day challenge. If you're ready to use ChatGPT at its full potential for your business marketing, I would love to have you as my guest. All you have to do is go to marissashadrick.com/challenge and join this 5-day free training where I'm going to give you some custom GPTs and also show you how to create prompts to improve your marketing. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you there.